So is answering, so I'll do lazy. Climax is second one though. Yeah, climax is tempting. Hi again, Lords. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, huh? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I'll at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. RNG, let's go. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lords. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Sans is in Canada. So, we have Nightmare and Liz in Canada, Demo in Germany, and me in Italy. Oh, come on, like you deserved any slack. Sorry you told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you don't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Canada is far away, yes it is. It's far away. It's cold too. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry guys. Lurch always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Okay, thank you for the posture check, Liz. Got you on posture, Lords. Manga's good and cool. Yes, it is. And you almost set your house on fire once. Okay. Nice. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Lords can become good friends too. Sayori? Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she puts me into. Oh, you even brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, I made it sound like a big deal when it's not. It's really not. Ooh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Which manga do you like, Splatoon or horror? I like more like chill manga. I'm rom-com, I suppose, in manga. Romantic comedy. That's what I like. I have 10 volumes of the good stuff for Lords, got it. Yes, the good stuff. I do have the Shield Hero. Yeah, I saw the anime. I got the second part of the manga. The manga after the anime. Because, yeah. Even though there's gonna be a second season, but I wanted to read what there was gonna be. And yeah, I wasn't really into... I still have to read a lot of it. I only read one of it. Then I have 10 volumes of Love is War. It's really good. I do recommend it. The quintessential quintuplets and We Never Learn. I saw both of the animes, but I wanted to read. I got them from the beginning. Then what else do I have? What's your favorite manga, Lords? At the moment, my favorite manga is Love is War. Oh yeah, no, wait. My favorite actually is Kaijin Reijo. It's from the same writer of Kamega Kill. It is it's ecchi with some gruesome gore. I can see the true colors of Lords. It's a good manga. Like, honestly, it's a good manga. But that as a pervert is the best way. Yes. He's been a proud pervert. This is the highlight. If it wasn't for Kaijin, my favorite would be Love is War. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. See you later, see you later. Goodbye. Alright. Well, here. He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is, how's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheering conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. What book did she gave you though? I don't know. Well, something that I'll like. We just know that. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to by myself like this? Must pervert thing that got it. There's nothing perverted. Trust me, Liz. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. No, don't. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. It doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature club. Yeah, the club is boring. Not interested. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's right to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. But we got rope into because there's girls. Did you intentionally put rope? Oh, Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. Rich boy lords, help us, I'm poor. I'm poor, Liz. That wasn't why you suggested it. I don't know this. Oh yeah, you don't know about the hanging. The hanging out. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. I have 6.2 hours on the game on Steam. Anyway, you still need to work the details out of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. But you play faster than me. Well, I did do some pauses for some conversation with chat. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa. I open my eyes to find Sawyer's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Nah, sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now you're in club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? Aw, rip. I'm sorry. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. Yeah, definitely rip for Lords. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. You watch so many animes. I still need to update my anime list. Yeah. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Huh? Not every day. Mall is too small for Lords. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. You can't even do that. Looks like it's written all over you. Eh? She glances around at herself. Was it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Run my fingertips down to the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow is in straight ear. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right now. Right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. Yeah, I think you're already farther than me by now. How can you be that slow? Are you seriously telling me you're that slow? You're impressive. Because I'm that slow. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, Yumi. You meanie. That's why I don't have time to finish animes. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Not nice, but visual novels. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'll start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Lords is a good boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. This is the good stuff. This is the stuff I want to see. This is so funny. Starting with the close-up. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. Baka. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like that. We're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. I thought you were farther than me. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Close call. Huh. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that. I will. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Oh. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? Last time I played was January 7, 2021. Nice. I saw you opening Doki Doki. But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. All my saves are in 2020. Sayori puts her arms and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Yeah, November 27th, 2020, last time. Oh, that's a long time. Almost 2 years. Well, practically 1 year and 2 months. 1 month. Yeah. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Yes, you did. Jeez. Well, anything, just focus trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if we focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Eh. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I wanted to see where I was in the game. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? I'm barely after the close-up. Yay, Loritz, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, you remembered to write a poem last night, obviously. I'm too good. Yeah, my recitation ends. So you'll be farther than me soon. I can't believe I'm agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who would I show them my poem first? I'll do it to Sayori. Oh yeah, I don't have a mouse, I forgot. I'm totally most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Loritz. Yeah, I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Yeah, I picked Yuri, I think. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I'm honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Then I saved there. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah, jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. You are farther than me in 1 hour and 30 minutes. And you did that in 6 hours. Here. It's not just a poem, it's a Lord's poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Yup, 6 hours. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weak, Sayori. Nah, I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. I did restart twice. Well, makes sense. Because I forgot the story. Oh, nice. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lords. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Probably same thing if I restarted again. Well, now you're looking at me, so you don't have to restart. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive. Exactly, yeah. Got it now. And then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have a lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. But I need to finish Nekopara first, yes. You have to finish Nekopara. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow from my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out the bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. So, she's talking about me. Because if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, because I wake her up. And she wants breakfast. Click outside the poem. I don't see my mouse, I don't know where I have to click. I'm so far in the game, I'm impressed. Congrats, Liz. Sayori, this is just a guess, but do you just wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I'm still trying my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. You can play like Not Dead did. You can pay like I'm poor. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay stuff. I'm too poor for that. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. It was so much fun. Rich Lord swear. I'm poor. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's do Yuri. Complete silence. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Yeah, I read everyone's poem then saved. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. So now you know. Yes, I know how much you are into the game. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Yeah, that's what you told me. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. I might have Yuri a while to get used to new people. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Almost misunderstanding. And having been throughout that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. It was decent when I played with Lords. Nice. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Okay, another question, what is the question, Liz? Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Can you guess how many streamers are playing this game right now? I'm the only one. Am I the only one? I'm the only one, right? Oh, wrong. Okay. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Popular for a VN, yeah, it is. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendril, okay, yeah, okay, I understand. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. What's happening? Okay. There's 430k followers too, oh wow. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read. Huh. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. So a lot of people already played it. Well, it was famous when it came out, so it makes sense, honestly. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Was it too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Woohoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, or it's... Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. It's that famous, yeah. It is. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Must just remember that it won't be long before you pick up one of these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Let's do Natsuki. Well, that's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Larry sees me everywhere though. Yes, I do. Everywhere you go, I always see you, Liz. Why you're so convinced that you wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that my writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I can hide. No, you cannot. You can run, but you cannot hide from me. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? I'll run for now. Okay, Liz. But I will always find you. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Goodbye, Liz. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And now we have our last person, Monica. Hi Lords, having a good time so far? Oh yeah, good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for a club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring the things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lords. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Huh? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. If you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sarah's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can feel that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. We knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not really like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole and wall. I couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of my meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. You said you weren't good, you lied. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Huh, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style was getting pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it so perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper, and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I guess around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sawyer and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Do you completely miss the symbolism of something? It's great about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Lawrence did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I just don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Lawrence liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki Silence stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lawrence appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? You're the fool of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Ooh. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lawrence started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This does involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Lawrence. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's about the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lawrence. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Weighing them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also waste. You understand that, right, Lawrence? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whomever I agree with, will probably think I'm more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be. Well, because I love you all guys, I will save here. And say goodbye to you all. Yes, I will leave it at a cliffhanger. I'll leave it here. So goodbye.